Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all watching this presentation right now. Now in this video, allow me to take a few moments of your time to talk about a certain problem that's been arising quite a bit on the internet for the past few months, years, around that time. So this is a topic that's been evolving as that's been surfacing in our everyday lives, involving computer technology and the topic of art. My name is Manohara Diwasasri, and in this occasion, I'll be talking about the problems with AI art. Notice the quotation that I used there. So, for starters, we'll be taking a look at a general definition of what an AI art is. Now, as the term suggests, AI art are drawings that were digitally made using computer programming or artificial intelligence, aka AI, with absolutely zero human skills required. Now, notice the emphasis that I used there. Zero human skills required, as that is something that I will be coming back to later to talk about. So this matter regarding AI arts first started emerging when because of a Twitter post from an account which I will not mention, where they used an AI programming to see what an expanded version of an already existing art would look like. And they did it to some of the most famous paintings in the world, one of them including this painting that I am showing right now, which is Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Now I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this art already. It's actually a very popular piece. Now, what's the problem with this exactly? Well, let's take a look at it from the perspective of what people usually associate art with, and that is aesthetics. Now, the difference is actually quite clear once you observe it, with how uneven the brushstrokes are as if it has no direction, and some other parts just look all melted and disfigured. It just looks very aesthetically unappealing in general, right? And from then on, the problem just started emerging. It kept on going and going and going, and now we get to see an example of how this AI programming applies with modern art. Now I've taken an example here. As you can see on the left side, a Twitter user who's an artist uploaded their fan art of the character Princess Peach from the Mario franchise. And then, out of nowhere, as shown in the right side, a random Twitter user thought they had the audacity to steal their art and let an AI redraw the whole thing. So it's basically just letting an AI redraw the whole thing, but then they claimed that art, saying they were the ones who redraw it. Literally the same style, same drawing, same perspective and all, same pose. It's all basically just a carbon copy of the art, but worse. Well, from those two examples that I've shown you, it should be pretty clear right now, right? What the actual problem is with AI art. So why exactly is AI art problematic? Well, the thing is, in order to train an AI software to make art, you need to insert an actual human-made art, in which case the majority of artists do not consent to getting their art submitted for AI training, and yet people still disrespect that decision. In other words, AI art is basically just a glorified art theft. Now, for my next explanation, please direct your attention to this picture that I am showing right now, as it pretty much summarizes the difference in how AI operates when making art versus us humans. The main difference is that humans use pre-existing art as inspirations and turn them into something else with their own creativity. However, well, robots don't exactly have creativity, don't they? Because, well, they don't have brain, and so they can only sample pre-existing arts. Basically, just illegal tracing, but take it 10 times further. And as you can see with this, the problem with AI art goes beyond its aesthetic or just scientific analysis at the end of the day. It shows that today's society don't really respect artists now, do they? But then again, of course, this already shows with actual phenomena that's a lot of people have probably experienced already, with how artists are often disregarded in society, saying when they get people saying like, oh, artists aren't real jobs, why don't you get a real job of your own, or art isn't going to get you anywhere. So here I've already listed some other problems that AI arts have brought. The first one obviously being that it creates a further lack of job for artists, and then the second that it creates suspicion even among actual human artists. Who's using AI and who's not? Which, is this artist real? Is this artist not? And then the third is that it discourages young artists to keep making art. Other than that, it threatens the safe space for artists to share their work without having to worry about AI art theft. Other than that, it's also a direct reflection of how much society just disrespect artists in general. And then the last one, the most important purpose, in my own opinion, is that it defeats the whole purpose of art in the first place. Now, with all the negative sides of AI that I have shown you, you must be thinking, is there actually a positive way for us to use AI when it comes to making art? Well, there is, actually. I've taken an example here of the production of the movie Into the Spider-Verse, in which they actually showed how they work with an AI while doing its animations. The animators of Spider-Man utilizes an AI tool to predict the movements of the characters and then manually adjusted some parts themselves so that it'll look natural. Apart from that, they also used an AI tool to help continue works with that contains repetitive process and things that just generally takes too much time. See, this is a proper use of AI art. It doesn't replace the humans making them. Instead, it helps the human instead. It helps them with sections that are just too long or just takes too much time. And the process are all supervised by humans. The humans themselves are still active participants of the art making process. The AI are just there as assistants. So, what have we gathered from that explanation? Well, one thing for sure is that society still has a long way to go when it comes to appreciating artists, don't they? As they still seem to not realize how much art actually plays a big part in their roles in society. Because who else is going to work on their beautiful houses if not artists? Who else are going to make their beautifully designed clothes if not artists? And who else are going to create their favorite movies, comic books, novels, etc., if not artists? Art is a reflection of us humans, and a single piece of art can contain a bit of something about a person's life or a person's history, or just tell an entirely different story. Art is a reflection of human, and what makes AI art so degrading in the first place is that because other than the fact it completely defeats the whole purpose of art, robots aren't humans, aren't they? Robots can't have emotions and therefore they can't create art because art is a reflection of human emotions. So in my very own humble opinion, nothing of their creation could ever be called art in the first place. And even if one day a actual robot somehow manages to create a proper piece of art in the first place, I think we should be shifting the focus on the person who made the robot in the first place, not the robot itself or whoever is going to claim that piece of art as their own instead of the actual artist themselves. Point is, technological advancement should exist for the purpose of helping us and existing as humans, not replacing us. Because ultimately, are we really sure that us humans are really that replaceable to the point that we can even be replaced by our own art, by our own creations? I think that is a question that will be very interesting for all of us to reflect on. And that is all I will be delivering for today's presentation. Thank you.